It's time for another long run. Last weekend I ran my first 25K ever, 15.5 miles, and it was on a dirt path and it was just downhill. So it was probably the easiest way I could have ran that as my first distance. And I was quite sore for like 2 days. I completed a run 4 days later and it was some intervals with a little bit of speed, and I felt really good. So I think I recovered pretty well. The original plan was to run 15.5 trail miles this weekend, but I will say that I've kind of shifted my training schedule. So up until this point, I've just been picking however many miles I feel like I can run and doing it. And I think I've done a pretty good job of challenging myself, but I hadn't been doing a good job of stretching and weightlifting or doing any sort of strength at all. I had downloaded this app before and subscribed to the 50K plan that Sally McRae has on there, and I decided that for the last 2 months of my training I would subscribe to that again and follow that throughout. And I can kind of trust that I'll probably be pretty ready if I follow her. If you don't know, she's like a crazy ultra runner, and she just ran like 4 200-milers last year. In following her training plan, instead of like forcing myself to run 15.5 miles tomorrow, I'm going to do the long run that she has prescribed. It's 60 minutes easy, aerobic pace, and then it's 1 minute on at road marathon pace, which is challenging because I'm going to be on the trail. So 1 minute at road marathon pace, 1 minute recovery, 10 times. So that's 20 minutes total of kind of like interval training in the middle. And then to end, it says 35 minutes easy. And I might end up going more because I don't really know where I'm going to be, but I hope to get 10 to 13 miles. Like, I would really, ideally, if I ran a half marathon tomorrow, that would be cool. I think that switching to Sally's program has been good because it's time-based rather than mileage-based, and so I don't really feel nervous to run tomorrow, even though I know I'll probably at least be running 10 miles based on the time that I'm running. But there's like no pressure. I really, really needed the switch. And I've never run on this trail tomorrow that I will be running on, so I'm very, very excited to see. And the weather's supposed to be perfect. I'm curious to see how I do 1 week away. This is about my 3rd week doing a long double-digit run. So I did 10, and then I did 15, and now I'm gonna do probably 10 to 13 tomorrow. So 3 big weeks back to back, and I'm feeling pretty good lately. Let's go get our fuel together for the run tomorrow. I will be in DC, so I'm going to be running on a trail there, which I'm very excited about because I haven't had like a proper trail run yet. So I get to test out my trail shoes and just the slower pace of being on a trail. So what am I bringing? So before the run, I'm gonna have my favorite electrolytes. These are a bit expensive for me to have like every single day, so I usually buy like something cheaper. And I think I'll probably have this, or actually I think I'm gonna have oatmeal before the run. So we'll have a packet of this, and that's perfect to travel with as well, which is really nice. And then I think about an hour in, I'm gonna have a honey stinger, and I'll also have these on hand. They don't have caffeine, and I've never tried this flavor, but I've really been loving Scratch Labs. I'm gonna have a Tailwind in my 2 liter. This one's caffeinated. I haven't tried a caffeinated one before. And then I think I'm gonna test out some Naughty Fuel. So I do try and stick to stuff that's not completely terrible for you. We'll see. If I'm in the mood for a cookie on the run, I'm gonna have a cookie. because they are very caloric. 2 of these cookies is 160 calories. So I think I'm gonna take 3. I'm gonna take 4, just for fun. But that's all the fuel that I'm gonna take. I'm gonna put it in my running vest that you guys may have seen. I really need to wash this thing. That's it. I'm just gonna eat a bunch of food tonight. I'm gonna try and eat, I'm eating a peanut butter banana marshmallow sandwich. Not feeling so hot today. I have 10 minutes left of my aerobic part of my run, but I'm literally dead. And then I have to do 1 minute on, 1 minute off for 20 minutes. I can do it though. And then I just get to survive for the rest of the run. It's really pretty out today though. There's so much more pavement than I would have thought. And so I wore my trail shoes, which do not have that much cushion. My knee hurts. We made it through the intervals. I would say, I ran all of the intervals when I was supposed to be running fast. I feel like I walked a good amount on the recovery sessions, but I also ran, so I'm feeling okay. My knee kind of hurts, but other than that, I would feel way better. I literally forgot to eat, so I'm eating now. I don't really want to be eating, but I must. We're 6.6 miles in. Based on how my knee feels, I probably should have turned at an earlier trail, but the ego really wants me to get a half marathon today, which is, I just find it so crazy. Like, it's arbitrary, really. 13 miles. Who decided that was, like half a marathon? I don't know, but so it's silly for me to like force myself to go that far today. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'd say I'm about halfway, so, and I'm, halfway from home, so I'm gonna be forced to go that far. I'd say my knee feels a little bit better than it did earlier though. So, I don't know. Oh, we'll see. I found a bathroom like 2 steps off the trail, and it was great. I feel so much better now. $10 miles. Mentally, I feel really, really fine. Like, and aerobically too. Maybe I've been walking too much, but my knees hurt, so they definitely don't hurt terribly, but I don't know, they hurt. So we're just gonna take it easy the rest of the way there. I already did what was prescribed to me anyway. This is extra. We're just gonna keep on rolling and try and just kind of enjoy the time outside, the time on my feet. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. I took the strenuous trail and there was just this like rock face that I had to climb down. It's super rocky and super narrow, but it's super cool. It's like more of a hike at this point, but whatever. I probably still have about a mile back to the apartment, and I went ahead and officially called it at a half marathon, so I'm just gonna walk back. Hey guys! Let's start with everything that I ate. You saw everything that I intended to eat. So in the morning I did not end up having the Element electrolytes. I thought it was kind of redundant when I thought about it because I was about to start drinking Tailwind anyway. I just had the oatmeal and then like 10 minutes later I started my run. I didn't eat until like a mile and a half in. I kind of forgot. But I had been drinking the Tailwind the whole time through, and I guess the caffeine worked really, really well because I felt so good. It was crazy. I actually felt a lot better after I had finished the intervals. I don't know. The beginning, I felt okay. So anyway, I had my honey stinger, and then I didn't eat anything else for the rest of the run, and it was like a little over 3 hours. I just had Tailwind. I didn't have the gummies. I don't know. Maybe I should have. Like I said, to test your stomach. And I didn't eat those cookies either. That was like not something that I wanted to eat. Regardless, like I felt really good. The Tailwind must have. The caffeine must have really just been pumping through. I will say that I think I put too much water to Tailwind ratio. I didn't end up finishing all my water, and I was drinking, like, I feel like I did a good job drinking my water. So I think next time I'll fill it up that much, but I'm gonna buy some scooped Tailwind now that I know what flavor I like and that it doesn't make me like vomit or anything. I can buy some bulk Tailwind. I think I can make it a little bit stronger, and then of course that means that I'm getting more calories per sip, which is always good. How did my body feel? I definitely had aches and pains. Honestly, from the beginning, from like 4 miles in. The first like 2.5 miles were on pavement, just getting to the trail. Then like the trail weaved through paved roads at the beginning as well. I would say like the first 5 miles was a bit of a mix of both, and that kind of hurt my knees. But after I got on the trail, the rest of it was trail, I would say. They started to feel a lot better. I had some ankle and foot pain near the end. I didn't have any blisters, which is cool. So that means my shoes are good, at least up to 13 miles. Once I finished my run, I stretched, I had protein, I did all that good stuff. And then we walked around DC, which means I ended up with 41,000 steps by the end of the night. And so it was like a day where I just was on my feet like most of the day, which was the most steps I have ever done in a day, which is crazy. I planned to run the following day, just a short 40 minutes. I didn't do that. I woke up and I was just tired, and I figured a day off would probably be good because my knee still felt a little bit tender. And I actually didn't run yesterday either. I'm supposed to run today. And I've been running less miles, at least last week, because I switched to Sally's playbook training. And I probably won't be running that many this week. Honestly, probably like 18. I do plan to do a 10-mile hike as well as 18 miles, so I feel like that'll be a pretty good substitute for this week. My internship is over in 2 weeks, and then I'm going to have a lot more time to train, and I'm going to follow her plan to a T. I just feel like I've been running not running enough. I've been following the plan pretty much as good as I can, I would say. In general, like overall, I've been doing well with how much I've been needing to run. I've been pretty consistent, I would say. It's crazy though, I only have like 6.5 weeks until the 50K. When I do my long runs, I feel so confident in myself, but I don't know if I can run 31 miles on my legs. I don't want to be out of commission for weeks because I hurt my knee really bad. But I keep doing these long runs, and if I do a long run and I can't continue to run after that, how am I to continue my training plan? I don't know. We're gonna keep going, keep trying our best to run and do our first ultra. Yep. Comment down below if you're training for anything. And I will see you in the next video.